calm as they go along, and we monitor them month after month. What we basically get to do is to collect stories, how they feel month after month. And everyone's stories change. And their stories change because when people feel better, they feel like they are empowered to do a whole lot more. And all of a sudden, their original passion gets ignited. And then there's a meaning to life now. And that's what we see over the last, over about 14 months or so, is that everyone's story has changed. I think a lot of people in the company story has changed as well. And knowing the fact that you can actually change a story to change your life is a powerful thing. While hemp focus and calm may have contributed to a lot of that, but we really have to give ourselves credit for those of you who have these massive transformations, like Dara and some of the people that I know, and John Taylor right here to my right. So for those of you who have this massive change of stories, I'm really truly proud of every single one of you for changing your stories to live within the power of your own means. And so it becomes an emotional thing when I think about it, when I meditate about it, is that yes, the science is nice, getting the data collections is nice. It's not to like pat myself on the back and say, oh my gosh, we have these bullet points and these graphs that are statistically significant, of p-value less than 0.05, but all that really means is that I have the opportunity, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity to really dive deep into human and human emotion. And I guarantee you, I learn more from the people that I see than anyone else, because it's being human that's being part of this company. It's being altruistic, being true to yourself, and being the one to be able to change a story, to be empowered to change a story, that creates the culture of this company. And that's why I stick around. And so, I say all that to say that there's a lot more that's coming, a lot more that you don't know about yet, and I'm really excited to show it to you. And thankful for Paul Rogers, the CEO of this company, to allow me to participate in such a high level, and let me share my visions and where I think health is to be. And I'll share with you another little secret, is that I envision the health of this country to be dramatically shifted in the next 5 years. And if you guys follow me on social media, you'll kind of know what I mean. But we're building a new foundation of what health should be. And I'm taking Prime My Body with me. There goes Austin. I'm taking Austin with me. And I think that with just this little bottle right here, and I don't have the calm bottle, I will show it to you otherwise because I'm not sleeping yet. We're able to make some pretty dramatic changes by really tying everything together. And so for that, I'm truly grateful.
So, Doc, if I'm listening to this phone call, if I have a bottle of Focus, if I'm looking at this going, this is something that I want to use, I want to help to create immunity in my body, I want to build a strong immune system, I want to create great balance. Yes. People oftentimes ask me, they hear CBD, they hear CBG, they hear terpenes. Can you talk a little bit about those ingredients, intention behind them, what purpose they serve? But then people also ask about protocols, times of day. How do you address and approach all that stuff?
Yeah, very good question. So very simply, let's talk about the intention behind the products first, and I'll talk the protocol second. So the intention behind the products is to keep it as clean and pure as possible. And so, CBD or cannabidiol is just one of the components of hemp. The star of the show is cannabidiols and cannabigerol, which is CBG, as well as humaline and linalool, which these are basically all funny little terms. All it means is that it makes up the components of what Focus is, and the intention behind it is to engineer something that's able to put people in a better place, and not just to put people in a better place, but do it cleanly and do it with such a great intention, and getting the ingredients from the places that are very clean source, third-party tested for toxicities and everything like that. I think those are just really, really important things to put into the bottle. But here's the thing, people think that, this is just a bottle of hemp oil. This is not a bottle of just hemp oil. This is a bottle of focus. What it means is that if many people may know that if you take hemp oil from different companies, different brands, different formulations, you feel a little different because the formulations are different. Well, the intention behind this is to really put people into focus. That's why the name went to focus. And what focus really means is that it's able to put people's brainwaves into a state where they're really able to like zone in and have that sort of low alpha concentration. And low alpha means that you're at this brain healing waves that are relatively slow. It allows you to take in data a whole lot more, right? And the only reason I'm able to say that is because we see it on the EEG scans that we do for the former NFL players and all the people that we have in the clinical trials. And so what happens is that your brain processing speed, your brain processing power has become significantly improved, statistically significant, improved based on the studies that we've seen. And so it basically is that it performs like something called a nootropic. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the name nootropic or nootropic, as other people call it. So what that means, definition, is that it's a cognitive enhancer, meaning that there's some substance that's able to enhance brain function and wellness at some point. So originally this term was used for pharmaceutical drugs, and then now it reached into dietary supplements and also food and stuff like that. And by the way, I do consider focus a food, so it's part of my daily eating habits, if you will. So the intention of what it became was truly actually proven on the clinical data, which is something I'm really, really excited about. And so and then now, Alison, you asked about protocols, and so I hate the word protocol, so let's call it what it really is how should I take it, right? People are asking, how should I take it? And the reason I hate the word protocol is because the word protocol limits your mindset, okay? It makes you focus on things that you don't necessarily need to focus on. And what I recommend doing is just taking one dropperful and seeing how you feel, and understanding and knowing your body. And then titrating sort of based on that. When I say titrate, it means either go up or go down, really based on that. So for me, I did 3 dropperfuls right before this talk, so I'm super happy and super focused and sharp right now, and not after a long day of work. So that's what works for me. So everyone really has to listen to the body. Now, some people say, "Hey, doc, I take it, and sometimes I don't feel so good." One thing I do want people to notice is that if you're on medications, the immune system can be modulated so much that your system can become so much imbalanced that some of the medications you're taking may be too much for you. Okay, that's something to talk with your doctor on. Don't do anything yourself. Speak with your doctors, let them know, hey, I'm taking this thing, feel a little dizzy, if you're taking blood pressure medicine, or feel a little off, you're taking whatever medicine, and let them know, hey, can I get retested for some of my stuff? Do I really still need this medicine? And that's a really, really common thing that we have here, is that we've had to stop some medicines because people can become imbalanced so much so. And so yeah, that's why I don't like to use the word protocol. Some people feel real happy with it and go right to sleep, like myself. Some people are so focused, they take it and they work till 5 in the morning, and so it's really different depending on how people respond to it. But like I said, I really recommend to kind of listen to your body, and don't listen to someone else's body. Listen to your own body. So,
Doc, with that said, you mentioned sleeping. It's a great segue to talk about calm.
Yeah.
Both of these have a foundation of the 500 milligrams of the phytocannabinoid diols. The big,
right.
the famous acronym, of course, CBD. But the formulas are much different. Can you talk about this product you helped formulate and why you're so proud of it, and why so many people are excited to use it and share it?
So let's go into the calm formula. This is a calm formula, and you guys will hear from me over and over again if you talk to me. The original intention of the calm formula is to work with a population that I'm extremely passionate about. So the original intention of the calm formula was actually to work with military veterans coming back from Afghanistan. We relation of them, and I hire them. we have military that works for our company, and it's always been a passion of mine because they're the true heroes and what they're trying to do. And when they come back stateside, unfortunately, not a whole lot is really prepared for them, part for them when they come back stateside. And so we tend to see a lot of the groups and cohorts, and that's why they're so willing to participate in a lot of the studies that we have. And so the calm formula is really to help with the people's sleeping aspect of being calm and being kind of like ready to shut down for the day. And for those people who really want to shut down their minds, so what generally happens is that you meet a lot of people, and if you're one of those people who can't shut your minds, you might want to think about using calm. And that intention is very different than focus. Like the focus was designed to be like this. It makes your mind this laser focus, like highly processing, high functioning individual. Calm is like, okay, I'm ready for the evening. It's time to hit it. Time to hit the sack. And just like we talked about earlier, which I don't like to use the word protocols, is that people can respond to different ways. Some people 2 drops and they're out. Some people takes 3 dropfuls and they're out. It really depends on what how people feel. But the ingredients within the calm is also it also has a sort of a different intention. And so as we know that hemp oil doesn't have our hemp oil has 0 THC. Tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the component that makes people have a psychoactive effect, or the high effect, if you will. And so, and that's not the intention of what we have. It's not the intention of the company. But there's some benefit behind the THC effect. We know in a lot of literatures, but there's some detriments as well. And so the other reason we use the calm is the way it's formulated is to have the benefits and the effects of the THC without the high.